Welcome to Food Safety Level 2. Raw food. Raw food is one of the main sources of bacteria in food premises, for example meat, poultry, fish, shellfish, eggs and vegetables. When animals are slaughtered mechanically or without great care and attention, the skin or flesh could be contaminated by feces or bacteria present in the gut. If, for instance, that food is minced, then the bacteria multiply throughout the whole food. Almost 50% of chickens leaving the slaughterhouse are contaminated with salmonella. Eggs can be contaminated if their shells are dirty. Shellfish filter water as they feed, and if this water is contaminated, for example by raw sewage, the fish can absorb any harmful bacteria or other microorganisms. People. Pathogenic bacteria can be carried even by clean and healthy people. Bacteria can be found on hands, nose, ears, throat, mouth, the genital area and hair. You can spread this by touching any of these areas, spots, cuts or boils, and then handling food. Coughing and sneezing can spread pathogenic bacteria over a wide area. Poor personal hygiene, such as not washing hands after going to the toilet, can spread foodborne diseases. Bacteria. Bacteria are the most common cause of food poisoning, but it must be remembered that not all bacteria are harmful. In fact, there are some helpful bacteria, such as those that help us to digest our food, those used to create medicinal drugs, those used to make yogurt and cheese, and those that help in crop growing. There are also spoilage bacteria which make food perish, rot or decay. Sometimes spoilt food is easy to recognize as food becomes discolored, moldy, smelly, wrinkled, slimy or soft. However, the bacteria which make us ill are known as pathogenic bacteria, and, when ingested in large quantities, are responsible for the majority of foodborne diseases or food poisoning. These include such bacteria as Campylobacter, E. coli and Salmonella, to name some of the most common. Mycotoxins are metabolites of some molds that cause illness, and sometimes death, for example aflatoxin. Food poisoning, Part 2. Toxin in food 1 to 6 hours. Toxin in intestine 6 to 24 hours. The onset times given above and on the previous slide are average times. Actual times may vary depending on how contaminated the food was when consumed and the tolerance level of an individual's digestive system to contaminated food. Food poisoning usually starts fairly soon after eating contaminated food, either a few hours or several days later. The illness usually lasts 24 to 48 hours, but can continue for a week or more. Most pathogenic bacteria make you ill when they have been inside your body for a while. However, some, such as Staphylococcus aureus, produce toxins in food before you even eat it, so you are likely to feel ill quite soon after eating it. There are also bacteria which produce spores. A protective shell forms round the bacteria, allowing it to survive harsh conditions, such as cooking or drying, that would otherwise destroy them. However, as mentioned before, we need to eat a large number of bacteria. Hay will make us ill.